is the WEOL Diamond Duel, live on WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel. Coming up, it's the Elyria Pioneers and the Midview Middies. It's brought to you by your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Network Land Title Agency, providing real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. The City of Elyria, rediscover Elyria today at cityofelyria.com. And by Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company.
Everyone, and welcome to high school baseball on a Tuesday afternoon. The temperature is just right. The sky is blue with white puffy clouds. There's a little bit of a wind, and it's a beautiful day for baseball in Lorain County. My name's Ron Yantz, along with me Jared Kozar and Zach Sprague. As WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel brings you Southwestern Conference baseball. Today, the Pioneers of Elyria High hosting the Middies of Midview. Midview coming, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes down Route 57 to Elyria from Grafton. And we're just about ready to play baseball. And, boy, I tell you what, it's my first game of the spring with you guys. I've been looking forward to it. I just said before we went on the air, there's no better place to be on a late April day when the temperature's just right than on a high school baseball or softball field. So it's a special day to be here. Midview comes into this baseball game today, partner, 6 wins, 8 losses, 3-5 in Southwestern Conference play. And Elyria comes in 4-10 overall. They are winless so far in Southwestern Conference play. And yesterday, these two teams played over at Midview. And the Middies walked away with a 5-inning, 11-0 victory. As I said, it's my first game of the spring with you guys. I have not seen either one of these teams. Jared, have you seen Elyria or Midview this year?
No, these will be first for me as well in our Diamond Duel matchups that we were bringing to you throughout the month of April and about halfway through May before we get tournament play rolling on WEOL.com and that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Audio-only format today as we are not able to get a hardline connection, but that matters little. As you mentioned, a really good day for baseball, really good day to line up with you guys, and we're going to put you to work this week, Ron. We've got you set up for Thursday afternoon as well over at EC. We'll be seeing these same Middies make their way over to EC in what figures to be a little bit more of a cooler type day.
Is it supposed to drop?
A little bit. Just a tad.
Hey, want to thank all of our sponsors in this pregame show. We want to tell you who the pregame show is brought to you by before we get along much further. It's brought to you by North Ridgeville Convenient. The North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. It's always a great time to stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. I say this every time we talk about the Convenient Sunoco in North Ridgeville. If you want chicken fingers or what are those potato wedges called?
The JoJo's.
The JoJo's.
Those
are
carried me
unbelievable.
Coming off of the NFL draft over the weekend, of which the Cleveland Browns did pretty well by all accounts. The folks at North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, the Zimmerly family, carried me through that event.
So you had
3 days worth of food.
Special order for JoJo's.
Yeah, they're
I tell you what, you get a big pile of ketchup and some of those JoJo's. It's just, I don't know, it's heaven. So thanks to the North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, not only for today and this spring season, but always. They've been great friends to WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram for a very long time. We'd also like to thank overall sponsors for today's broadcast, Network Land Title, providing real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. They will be the sponsor of our starting lineups. Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. They are our strikeout sponsor. The City of Elyria. Rediscover Elyria today at the cityofelyria.com and by Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. The home plate umpire today is Tony Jordan. On the bases, it's Al Ivy, and they're getting a picture taken right now with the Elyria coaching staff. So the celebrities in both Jordan and Ivy, we're blessed to have them today behind the plate and on the bases.
And they really are two of the best you're going to find in our area. Nobody's going to complain when they see those guys in the parking lot getting suited up. They know they've got a good crew working their ball game.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with the Elyria Pioneer defense first, and the starting lineups brought to you by Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment and ensuring your peace of mind. For North Ridgeville defensively, we'll go from left to right in the outfield. In left field, it's Maurice Stone. In center field, it's J.J. Bucky. In right field for the Pioneers, Landon Wissinger. In the infield from third to first, Jameer Sims is at third base. Connor McKittrick is the shortstop. Braden Barbie is at second base today, and Cody Stipe will be at first base. Behind the plate, it's Mason Burnett. And on the mound today for the Pioneers of Elyria, Domingo Ortiz. Elyria is in their red jersey tops with Elyria spelled out across the jersey front in embroidered white. They've got gray pants on, and they've got the old school baseball stirrups, although I don't think they're true stirrups. They look like one solid piece of sock, but look like a stirrup pulled up high just below the kneecap. Are they old school stirrups? I don't think so.
Where they are, or they aren't. The number one part of society right now, and the way that I think that we're trending, and it's not a bad thing. Look the part.
Look the
part. Nobody's going to question it.
Midview batting order today will go like this. Caden Vogelpohl will lead it off. Caden will play center field. The pitcher will bat second, Ben Shispansky. Daniel Melendez, the right fielder, will bat third. Braden Wiedmeyer, the cleanup hitter, he's the catcher. Samuel Linden batting fifth, the third baseman. Cole Lowry batting sixth, the second baseman. Bryce Schubert, the first baseman, batting seventh. The shortstop, Luke Jockel, eighth. And number 9, Lucas Hendershot, the left fielder. We're ready to play. On the hill, Domingo Ortiz in his first offering to Vogelpohl is short, a one-hopper into the catcher's mitt of Mason Burnett, and it's ball one. So baseball has begun here at George Day Field at Elyria High School. The 0-1 offering from Ortiz to Vogelpohl is low. It's called ball two. Ortiz is a strike thrower, in the words of his manager, Jordan Connell. He's not afraid of the batted ball. And his 2-0 pitch is outside, 3 balls and a strike. You know, I liken that to the Charlie Nagy. Well, I actually take that back. Nagy was a nibbler. So he was afraid of the batted ball for the Indians back in the 90s. The 3-0 pitch is right down the middle of the plate. It's 3 balls, 1 strike to Caden Vogelpohl. Vogelpohl comes into today hitting .439 on the season. He's their center fielder. The 3-1 pitch is inside, and it's 2 inside. And it's a walk to lead off this game for the Middies.
We always call those guys pitch to contact guys.
Yeah, pitch to contact.
That's what you could depend on going there, and they're going to put the ball in play, sometimes a little bit too often for your liking.
Ben Shispansky, the opposing pitcher, now hitting second. And the off-speed pitch is in the dirt. Trying to steal is Vogelpohl, and he slides in safely. Throw was a little high, but that pitch was real tough to handle. And Vogelpohl now at second with a stolen base. Shispansky on the season. The Midview pitcher today, the number 2 hitter, hitting .333 on the year. Sun is out, and the pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes to Ben Shispansky. Elyria led by Jordan Connell. Coach Connell, a 2014 Pioneer grad, former Pioneer baseball player. 2-0 pitch, low and outside, called for a strike. It's 2 balls, 1 strike to Shispansky. Stealing is Vogelpohl on the pitch. Shispansky pop up left field. Vogelpohl is going to head back, out under it at short, play at second, and it's a off the bag play at second. Almost doubled up Vogelpohl as he was off and running before the pitch. He had a great jump. And a real nice play by the Pioneer shortstop, Connor McKittrick. Connor had to get back in the grass, fighting the sunlight, made the play, and almost doubled him up with a throw to his second baseman, Braden Barbie, at second base.
Yeah, kept backpedaling did McKittrick, but a good throw, and didn't quite get him, but it was really good.
First pitch, swinging and hitting, is Daniel Melendez. Ground ball to second, Barbie to first, and there are 2 outs in the inning. Braden Barbie at second base. Lots of action early on that side of the infield. So moving to third on the ground ball to second is Vogelpohl. And he's standing 90 feet away from home plate. And Braden Wiedmeyer, the catcher and the cleanup hitter, is at the plate. Ortiz is ready, and here's his first offering, and it's a strike to Braden Wiedmeyer. 2 outs in the inning, top of the first. Ortiz's next pitch, soft ground ball. 3-hopper deep in the hole. Long throw across the field. And 6-3 the out. Connor McKittrick to Cody Stipe. And the inning is over. So the Middies get the leadoff guy on. And Caden Vogelpol gets all the way to third, but he does not score. Midview leads a runner. Didn't score. Middies nothing. Elyria coming to bat. The bottom of the first is next.
Spring is here, and that means it's time for high school baseball and softball on WEOL. Before you head to the ballpark, make a quick stop at your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, your one-stop shop for fuel, snacks, and ice-cold drinks to keep you going all season long. Whether you're cheering from the stands or following along on WEOL, they've got everything you need to stay fueled from the first pitch to the final out. North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, fast, friendly, ready for game day, and proud supporters of high school sports on WEOL. Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit NetworkLandTitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
Back at George Day Field here in the Elyria Athletic Complex on a sun-splashed Tuesday afternoon. Ron Yance, Jared Kozar, Zach Sprague, along with you from Elyria High School. Bottom of the first for the Pioneers. Their batting order looks like this. The starting lineups, we'll get to that Midi starting defense in a second, brought to you by Network Land Title Agency. Leading it off for Elyria will be Jameer Sims. Sims, their third baseman, wears number 5. Jameer will lead it off for, I like to say, manager Jordan Connell, because in the major leagues, it's manager. I remember Mike Hargrove always used to say to us,
"You want to be called manager?"
"I'm not coach." Yeah.
Skip, maybe.
Yeah, skip maybe and manager, but don't call me coach. So manager Jordan Connell's starting lineup has Jameer Sims leading it off. Sims, first pitch swinging, fouls it directly back at strike 1.
Just to confirm, Ron, wardrobe update. Those are the actual stirrups, as you can see right there.
Oh, right in front of us. Yeah. They are real stirrups.
Big time. Maybe Rob Polinsky can get out there and find us an apparel sales place that might want to think about that.
Hard shot, right field line, and it's foul. Man, that was double written all over it. Just outside the bag at first into right field. Jameer Sims will be back in the box, and the count's 0-2. Ben Shispansky is the pitcher on the hill today for Midview. Braden Wiedenmeyer is his catcher. It's a junior to a senior. Senior on the behind the plate and junior on the hill. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. High hopper. It's going to be trouble, and it is mishandled at shortstop right behind the bag. I think that's a base hit anyway. Sims with speed out of the right-handed batter's box, and that was a tough play for Connor McKittrick deep behind the bag at second base, and Sims is on. If I'm the official scorer, I'm going to give him a base hit, because I think even if McKittrick fields that, I don't think they get Sims at first base. So it's an infield hit for Sims. That brings Braden Barbie to the plate. Barbie, the left-handed hitting second baseman. First pitch, drops the bunt. It's a good one. Fielded by the pitcher, and Shispansky throws it into right field. So at second base is Sims. He's going to round third. They're going to score him. They're going to send him to home. Here comes the throw, and it's in time by a lot. And Jameer Sims is out at home plate.
Meanwhile, lost in that, they do get a base runner down to third. So not all is lost for Elyria in this bottom half of the first inning.
Well, if there's something you don't want to do.
No, you don't want to make the out
You
there.
don't want to make that first out of an inning in two places.
Agreed.
One is home plate and one is third base. So 1 out in the inning. Pioneer still with a runner at third. That runner is Braden Barbie, the second baseman. And it's Cody Stipe now at the plate for the Pioneers, and he fouled off the first pitch for strike 1. Stipe back in the box. Shispansky working quickly. Here comes the pitch. It's high heat, and Cody swings through it. Shispansky working quickly and throwing strikes. Stipe is ready in the box, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. High heat again, line drive. Great play at shortstop. Diving it short is McKittrick, and he doubles up the runner at third. Barbie was off with the crack of the bat. It was absolutely smoked off the bat of Cody Stipe. But Connor McKittrick went to his right on one knee, caught the line drive, and doubled up Barbie at third base. So the Pioneers with a couple of runners at third, but don't score one. And we head to the top of the second, scoreless.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
At Dick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make getting into your next vehicle fast, easy, and built around you. And we've got the selection and service you can count on. Right now, buy the Ford Explorer for only $39,900 or lease it for just $499 a month. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
I want to correct myself. The Midview shortstop's Luke Jockel. Jockel is the one that made the nice play. I had given credit to the Pioneers shortstop. That would have been really special.
Now, to be fair, they both made a nice play.
Yeah.
We had McKittrick in the first, top of the first, made a great play, backpedaling, and then Jockel really robbed a base hit there at the minimum of Elyria in that bottom half of the first.
So it's the top half of the second, and the leadoff hitter for the Middies in the top half of the second is Samuel Linden. Linden, their third baseman. Here comes the first pitch, and it's right on the outside part of the plate, a strike for Domingo Ortiz. Linden on the year, hitting .556. Ortiz throwing off speed pitch that had him fooled way out front, and it's a swing and a miss. He waved at it. Counts now no balls, 2 strikes on Linden. Linden's hitting .556. This young man can hit it. And the 0-2 pitch, soft line drive, and it goes into shallow center field for a base hit. Man, that's a great piece of hitting, down 0-2.
Had to protect there, wanted to swing. You mentioned the gaudy number in terms of the batting average, and got after the one that he liked there, and they got a base runner on. Middies have had a leadoff man aboard in both innings.
Cole Lowry now to the plate, the Midview second baseman. Hitting 6th in the lineup of manager Ryan Fearbin today. Behind the plate for the Pioneers, Mason Burnett. And at first, Samuel Linden leading off the top of this inning. He's the base runner at first, and the Pioneers will throw over. Linden's back safely. Scoreless game, top of the second. The pitch is outside to Cole Lowry. It's 1 ball, no strikes to Lowry. Pioneers on the year, 4 wins, 10 losses. Second pitch. It's called a strike, counts now even. Ball and a strike to Cole Lowry. Line drive up the middle. That's a base hit into center field. Back-to-back base hits to center for the Middies to start this top half of the second inning. So Linden's on at second, Lowry's at first, and that brings Bryce Schubert to the plate for the Middies.
Everybody coming to bat for Midview, a pretty aggressive approach at the plate right now, and they've made contact. Pretty hard stuff so far.
Schubert, a first baseman, right-handed hitter. Right-hander on the mound. And Domingo Ortiz, he looks at second, steps off the back of the rubber. At second is Samuel Linden. Ortiz to the plate, and it's called a strike right at the belt. Behind the plate today, Tony Jordan. On the bases, Al Ivy. The 0-1 pitch. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryce Schubert. Midview got a runner at third in the first inning, did not score. The Pioneers got 2 to third in the first inning and did not score. Both teams looking for their first run. Pitch is on the outside part of the plate. It's called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Schubert. Nobody out in the inning. 2 on for the Middies. Runners at second and first. Back-to-back singles up the middle. The pitch fouled off down the third baseline. Count will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. Midview and Elyria played yesterday over at Midview High School in their new athletic baseball and softball field. Everything turf over there right now. It's brand new. It was a rough winter construction-wise, so a lot of the Midview folks were worried, hopeful that they would get those fields ready. Throw back to second base and sliding in easily is Samuel Linden, but they were able to. And I was talking to Coach Fearpin before the game today, and I said to Ryan, I said, how do you like it? He goes, I love it. He says, it's unbelievable. Have you been there yet?
I have not.
Fly ball, shallow left field, falls in for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home is Samuel Linden, and there will be no throw. So a fisted base hit by Bryce Schubert to shallow left field, and the Middies are on the board. Linden scores. Schubert has a run batted in, and Cole Lowry moves to second base.
Yeah, Midview looking pretty strong with their approach here, and chance to do more damage. Nobody down here. Runners at first and second here. Top of the second inning.
Luke Jockel at the plate. Jockel, the shortstop, who made the great diving catch of a line drive and doubled up the runner at third to end the threat for Elyria in the bottom half of the first. First pitch to Jockel is called for a ball. Domingo Ortiz looks into his catcher, Mason Burnett, and he comes to the plate, and it gets off Burnett's glove, and moving to third base is Midview's Cole Lowry. So the Middies with runners at first and third, and let's see if they push Bryce Schubert in motion at first base. Nobody out in the inning. 1 in for the Middies. Schubert will hold, and a nice stop by Mason Burnett behind the plate. Ball was in the dirt, the pitch was in the dirt, and Burnett with a nice backhand grab.
3-0 here. Going to get something to hit, you would imagine, and that's what Midview wants right now.
Jockel's ready, and so is Domingo Ortiz. The Elyria pitcher throws, and it's right down Main Street. Strike 1. Jockel hitting from the right side of the plate. Wearing number 3, that Midview jersey, royal blue. Here comes the 3-1. Jockel ground ball deep to the hole at short. Nice play at shortstop. They get the force at second. A run scores. But give Connor McKittrick credit. He went deep to the hole and still got an out. So it's McKittrick to Barbie for the Pioneers defensively. 2 outs in the inning. And give Jockel credit. He put the ball in play and scored the second run. Lowry scores. Jockel gets the run batted in, and he's standing at first base. Lucas Hendershot, the number 9 hitter at the plate for Midview. And Hendershot takes ball 1. Up next, the top of the order for the Middies. Domingo Ortiz on the hill. Checks first base, comes to the plate, and he hits Lucas Hendershot. Hendershot, a right-handed hitter, got hit in the shoulder, the lead shoulder, his left shoulder, and he'll run down to first base.
This has been a sequence that I think Ortiz wants to put behind him. Certainly not a lot of intent with that ball right there.
Well, Domingo had a fairly easy first inning, walked the first batter, just kind of getting his legs under him. And then he went 1, 2, 3, pop up to the shortstop, ground ball to second, and then a ground ball to short. But this second inning has been a struggle so far. So that brings Caden Vogelpol, the leadoff hitter, to the plate. And Vogelpol looks at the first pitch, and it's called for a strike. Vogelpol, in his first at-bat, walked, stole second, went to third on a ground ball to the right side of the infield, then was held. Runners are moving on the pitch. Huge jump by the runner at second base. That was Bryce Schubert. Ortiz really didn't give him a second look. Bryce was watching it, and he just took off. So right now the Middies have runners at second and third. And the pitch to Vogelpol is called strike 3. So Caden is caught looking, and that is only, though, the second out of the inning. Got a fielder's choice for the first out, and then Vogelpol caught looking for the second out. That brings Ben Shispansky to the plate. Shispansky's first pitch from Ortiz is high. It's ball 1. Middies with 2 runs in on 3 hits so far in this inning. 2 in scoring position. Shispansky fisted, ground ball to short. McKittrick catches it, throws to first, and the inning is over. The Middies get 2, and they leave 2 on 3 hits. We head to the bottom half of the second. It's Midview 2, Elyria nothing.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $279 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
I want to tell you what that Midview starting defense looks like. I didn't get a chance in that first inning. It happened so quickly. The Network Land Title Agency bringing the starting lineups to you here today, providing real estate, title insurance, and escrow services across Ohio. In the Middy outfield, from left field to right field, their junior Lucas Hendershot in left, senior Caden Vogelpol in center field, and then senior Daniel Melendez is in right field. In the infield, from third base to first, we've got a sophomore at third base, Samuel Linden. Junior at shortstop, Luke Jockel. Junior at second base, Cole Lowry. And a senior at first in Bryce Schubert. Behind the plate, it's a senior, Braden Wiedenmeyer, and a junior on the mound, Ben Shispansky. Shispansky had an interesting first inning on the hill. He gave up a base hit to Jameer Sims, who led off the inning. And then he fielded a ground ball and threw it up the right field line for an error. That moved Sims all the way to third. They tried to stretch it all the way to home. Sims got thrown out. And then Cody Stipe hit a laser beam to the hole at shortstop that Luke Jockel made a great play on and doubled up Braden Barbie at third base to end the inning. It was exciting in many ways, Jared, both offensively and defensively.
Sure it was, and it's tough to blame Elyria for wanting to be that aggressive, especially with the outcome of yesterday's ball game. They had a runner on, and they liked their athleticism and speed. Just didn't work out as far as getting that first run across to start today's ball game.
At the plate for the Pioneers, their cleanup hitter, Steven Hernandez. Hernandez hitting number 4 in manager Jordan Connell's lineup. Early count on Hernandez, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hernandez, the designated hitter. He's hitting for Domingo Ortiz today, and he's a good hitter. .344 batting average coming into today. Fouls the 1-2 offering out. Stephen Benton from the left side, wearing number 14 in that Elyria Pioneer red, trimmed in gray and white. He's going old school with his baseball pants. Or, I mean, not old school. He's going like 1990s, early 2000s with the pan all the way down to the spike top, shoe top. Counts even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we're seeing a little bit of both. The old school stirrups that I played in the early 1980s. And then, Jared, is that your style pant there, just off the top of the shoe?
It really wasn't, but.
Ground ball up the middle, that's trouble, and it goes into center field. A leadoff hit for Steven Hernandez. So Hernandez hit that right by Ben Shispansky, the pitcher for the Middies, and it went solidly into center field for a single.
We had the tall, solid socks. That's how it went. Kind of like Tommy, I guess, if you wanted to keep it within that discussion. Gotcha. Yeah, that's how it went. I'm going to call that the Casey Blake era of into Guardians right there.
Okay.
That was, I think, what that was.
So Shispansky works out of the stretch. Solid shot, left field, and right at the Midview left fielder. Wow, Landon Wissinger really hit it on the screws, but he hit it right to Lucas Hendershot. Hendershot didn't even have to move. When that ball went off the bat of Wissinger, I thought it was clearing Wissinger's head, but it did not, and that's an out. Just a loud out. Man, Elyria is really hitting the ball on the button, but they're hitting it right at people right now.
Put a charge into that one, and I think it got everybody's attention that's watching this one, but just a long out.
So Hernandez is still at first, and now to the plate, J.J. Bucky. First offering to Bucky is called a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out for the Pioneers here in the bottom half of the second. Midview scored 2 in the top half on 3 hits. And they lead right now 2-0. The pitch, off speed, a tie, counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. I was talking to Ryan Fearbend, the manager of the Midview baseball team and also a 20-year professional baseball player, Major League Baseball, overseas, you name it. Ryan did it in his career. And taking a pitch to his shoulder blade is J.J. Bucky, so the Pioneers will now have runners at first and second. And I asked him what Szczepanski threw. He says fastball, slider, a curveball, and he throws like a change that's I think he called it a
circle
K change. Oh. No, not the circle. It's like the circle because Ryan actually grabbed the ball and showed me. But the top 2 fingers, and I'm showing Jared Kozar the finger grip right now, kind of almost grip the top of the baseball like it's a knuckle. He says it's really tough to hit. Ground ball to Hopper to second, and they'll get an out, but the Pioneers will run or move the runners to second and third. So Maurice Stone hits a ground ball to Cole Lowry, the Midview second baseman. It's easy out at first, second out of the inning, but for Elyria, they now have 2 runners in scoring position with Bucky at second and Hernandez at third for the number 8 hitter in the lineup, Connor McKittrick, the shortstop. Pioneers can tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. Pitch to McKittrick. Fouled it off. No balls, 1 strike.
Do your homework there, Ron Yance. Tie it up or take the lead with 1 swing of the bat. Let's not sell this young man short.
Well, that's true. Connor's really going to have to get in 1. Connor takes the second pitch. It's called strike. No balls, 2 strikes on McKittrick. Connor's hitting .333 on the year. Szczepanski checks the runners. Here comes the pitch. It's heat and a tie. Wanted to see if Connor would like to climb the ladder there. He did not, and it's a 1-2 pitch. Szczepanski working quickly. He's ready to go. And here comes the pitch, and that one's high, gets by the catcher. And Elyria is going to score a run. That one got by Midview's Braden Wiedmeyer. It was a high pitch, off-speed pitch. May have caught him off guard. And coming home and scoring from third on the, I don't know if you call that a pass ball. You could call it either. I call it a run. Hernandez will score. And moving up to third is Bucky. So J.J. Bucky's now at third. And McKittrick still at the plate. Counts now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. And it's outside. It's in the left-handed batter's box. So how about the work of Connor McKittrick? He was down 0-2 before you could blink his eye, and now he's worked the count full. Szczepanski's ready. Looks at the runner at third. Here comes the pitch, and it's high heat. Swinging through it is McKittrick. The inning's over, but the Pioneers get a run back. Midview scored 2 in the top half of the second, and Elyria gets 1 in the bottom half of the second. They leave a runner at third. They got a hit and a run, and we head to the top of the third. It's Midview 2, Elyria 1.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
Spring is here, and that means it's time for high school baseball and softball on WEOL. Before you head to the ballpark, make a quick stop at your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, your one-stop shop for fuel, snacks, and ice-cold drinks to keep you going all season long. Whether you're cheering from the stands or following along on WEOL, they've got everything you need to stay fueled from the first pitch to the final out. North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. Fast, friendly, ready for game day, and proud supporters of high school sports on WEOL.
Ben Szczepanski's strikeout that ended the bottom half of the second brought to you by, every strikeout will be brought to you by Lorain County Community College. It's your year, your classes, your future. Enroll today at Lorain County Community College. And there have been 2 strikeouts in this game. Both pitchers have won. Domingo Ortiz got Caden Vogelpohl looking in the top half of the second. And then Szczepanski ended the threat of Elyria in the bottom of the second, getting McKittrick swinging on strike 3. I'd like to welcome to the broadcast Zach Sprague. Zach will join me for the middle 3 innings here. Zach Sprague, a first-year student at Lorain County Community College, has been a part of our broadcast team through the football season, the basketball season, and now into the baseball and softball season. He's the play-by-play voice of the Lorain County Community College Commodore gaming team at Lorain County Community College. Very successful gaming team. And he's a Midview Middie, a grad of 2025.
Yes,
yeah.
Actually, it's weird not playing for this baseball team. You know, after playing the past 4 years and basically playing all my life, I now get to commentate, which is what I've wanted to do, and I'm doing now with you, and I'm glad to be on here.
We're glad to have you, Zach. This is Daniel Melendez, the number 3 hole hitter for the Middies. Melendez, their right fielder. He grounded out to second in his first at bat in the first inning. The count's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, a curveball that was a dandy. That dropped off the table. Melendez swung through it, and that's a strikeout for Domingo Ortiz, his second. That strikeout brought to you by Lorain County Community College, where it's real education for good jobs. Zach, you were a catcher. So
I was a catcher and an outfielder.
I would imagine you've got a – I wouldn't imagine. I would know that you have a great perspective of the game, because if you're behind the plate, you see everything. You're involved in every pitch. So your thoughts so far on the first 2 innings here of this one?
Well, it's certainly not what we saw in Game 1. I'll tell you that. For Game 1 yesterday, being played at Midview's new baseball facility, that I am very jealous I don't get to play on this year. Damian Presser actually threw a no-hitter in the 5 innings that they played, and Midview scored 8 runs in the first inning. Caden Volkapol added one of those runs on a home run over the left field fence, and Caden Volkapol is certainly a player to look after for all Lorain County honors, I would say. I mean, you said earlier he's batting .430. He leads the league. He leads the team in home runs with 2, adding his second yesterday, and we're certainly seeing a different ball game today, at least.
Well pitched so far by Domingo Ortiz, and at the plate for Midview, Braden Wiedemeyer, their cleanup hitter, and the count on Wiedemeyer is full. That's a double down the left field line. He hit it hard right past the Elyria third baseman. And Wiedemeyer's going to pull up. He'll hold up at first, and rightfully so, because Maurice Stone in left field for Elyria got to it quickly. And he threw a strike to second base.
Good rip down there, right over the third base bag. Hit hard, too, as well. Here at Elyria's baseball field, it's one of the few fields that is still grass and dirt. Almost everyone else is turning the turf, as Midview did this year. You see those weird hops over the third base bag. Ball plays way different than it would on a turf field.
This is Samuel Linden at the plate for Midview. On the hill, Domingo Ortiz checks the runner, offering to the plate another great pitch, pulled the string on it, and swinging through it was Samuel Linden for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the top half of the third. Midview with a 1-run lead. It's 2-1 Middies. All the runs came in the second inning. Ortiz is ready. Here comes his pitch. And trying to get out of the way was Samuel Linden, and it caught a little bit of his jersey. So they're going to give him first base. That is the third batter hit by a pitch today in the ball game. The Middies have had 2, and the Pioneers have had 1. So Wiedemeyer's going to move to second. Linden's now on at first. He's been on both times in both at bats. He had a base hit to lead off the second and scored a run. And now he's on, getting hit by the Domingo Ortiz pitch. That brings Cole Lowry to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. Ortiz is ready. Here comes the first offering, and Lowry was all over it. He hit it foul behind the third base coaching box.
Yeah, first-year coach Ryan Farabend, as you said earlier, 20 years professional baseball. Finally coming back to his alma mater as well. He played here at Midview.
Coach Farabend, a 2013 grad of Midview High School. In that same year, in the Major League Draft, He was drafted by the Seattle Mariners in the 3rd round. And within 3 years, he was making his major league debut. A very, very successful professional career for Midview manager Ryan Fearbend. Ryan in the Midview Athletic Hall of Fame. 1-1 pitch, 1 out, and they're going to throw it back to second. Ortiz trying to keep Braden Wiedemeyer close at second base in a 1-run game. Wiedemeyer's back safely. Attention back to the plate, and Cole Lowry is at the plate. Here comes the pitch. And just a little bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Lowry. Cole in the 2nd inning in his first at bat hit a solid single straight up the middle into center field, and he scored a run. 2-1 pitch, it's high. 3 balls, 1 strike on Lowry. Three balls, 2 strikes, full count, 2 on, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball to the hole at shortstop. Deep to the hole as McKittrick makes a great play, and they get the force out at second. How about the play of Connor McKittrick? He was deep in the hole, and he had to get it, turn quickly, and fire to Braden Barbie covering at second. And it was bang, bang, but it's an out for the Pioneers. That's a big-time play.
Yeah, good play there, going, sliding on the knee, getting down. Playing those bumpy grass field hops.
Well, you don't like the natural.
I know, I love the grass,
clear.
but it's
My
very
partner, Zach Sprague,
no,
is not a fan.
I loved playing on the dirt fields. Whenever we played on turf, I always dreaded playing the outfield because you would have to play extra deep, play the gaps better because the ball would just carry. The big hops. Grass fields, you get the all natural field. But that also comes with the metal spikes, indents into the field, and making the crazy hops happen in the infield.
Bryce Schubert at the plate for Midview. Runner will go from first, and there is a cautionary throw down. Cut off well in front of the second base bag. Pioneers just trying to make sure that the runner at third, Midview's Braden Wiedemeyer, wasn't coming home. So catcher's indifference. Lowry will get the bag at second, and Schubert's at the plate. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch is low. It's now 3 balls, 1 strike to Bryce Schubert. Working on the hill, Domingo Ortiz, working in his 3rd inning for the Pioneers of Elyria. The right-handed thrower is ready on the 3-1 pitch and swinging through it. Nice pitch by Ortiz is Schubert. The count's now full. Ortiz's off-speed pitches are really keeping Midview guessing today. Many of them are out front, and if they are not out front, they're swinging well above it. That's hit hard left field, and right at Maurice Stone in left field. So Elyria gets out of the inning. The Middies do not score. They leave a runner at third, and we head to the bottom half of the third. It's still 2-1 Midview.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make getting into your next vehicle fast, easy, and built around you. And we've got the selection and service you can count on. Right now, buy the Ford Explorer for only $39.9 or lease it for just $4.99 a month. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
Ron Yance, Jared Kozar, along with you, and Zach Sprague. Now with headsets on, working the middle 3 innings here. Zach, a 2025 Midview grad, former catcher and outfielder for the Middies. Now a freshman student at Lorain County Community College. It's 2-1 Midview. As we move to the bottom half of the third, Mason Burnett will get his first at bat of the game. The catcher hitting in the 9th spot for manager Jordan Connell in this Elyria lineup. Burnett will step to the plate, hitting .235 on the year. He's done a great job behind the plate in the first 3 innings of this game today. Ben Shispansky on the mound for Midview. The junior, right-handed thrower, has worked through the first 2 innings. He has given up only 2 hits, a leadoff hit, an infield hit to Jameer Sims in the first inning, and then a leadoff hit in the second. A solid single to center by Steven Hernandez in the second. 2 hits, and he's given up a run. He's hit a batter, and he's struck out 1. That's the line so far on Ben Shispansky, and his first pitch is strike on the outside part of the plate, a fastball to Mason Burnett.
We are certainly seeing 2 pitchers who love to pitch to contact here today. There's 2 strikeouts on the game, 1 to Vogelpool, 1 to the Elyria players.
Domingo Ortiz has struck out 2 middies, and
2 middies.
Ben Shispansky has struck out 1 of the Pioneers.
It was certainly a...
Now make it 2. The 0-2 pitch to Mason Burnett was a heater, and Mason swung through it for out number 1. That strikeout brought to you by Lorain County Community College. It's your year, your classes, and your future. Enroll today at Lorain County Community College. Top of the order for Elyria, Jameer Sims now hitting. He had a base hit, an infield hit in his first at bat. Reaches out, back to the mound, off the glove of Ben Shispansky. Throws to first in a hurry, and it's wild, and it goes down the right field line. And Jameer will head into second base, and Sims is in safely after the infield error.
That's the second time we've seen Ben Shispansky throw it into right field today. Reminds me of that one Cubs pitcher who was always scared of throwing to first base. Lester? John Lester.
John Lester.
Oh,
You got the yips.
he got the yips throwing to first base. Seems what Ben has right now.
Braden Barbie, the Elyria second baseman now hitting. Braden in his first at bat got on an error. He was trying to sacrifice Jameer Sims over in that first inning and put down a real nice bunt. That was one of the errors that my partner Zach Sprague's talking about from the hill for Midview. Swings through an 0-1 pitch, and the count on Barbie is now in favor of Ben Shispansky. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at second for Elyria. It's Jameer Sims leading off second base. Pioneers down a run. Sims would tie the game if Barbie can drop in a base hit.
The outfielder's playing.
The 0-2 pitch, it's an off-speed pitch. Nice curveball by Shispansky, and Barbie swings through it for the second out of the inning. So Shispansky's got 2 strikeouts in the inning. That strikeout again brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Real education for good jobs.
Really making me eat my words saying pitch to contact as his next 2 outs are strikeouts.
Number 3 hitter Cody Stipe up for Elyria. Stipe takes one inside. It's ball 1. Cody in his first at bat hit a laser beam to the hole at short, and Luke Jocko, the Middie shortstop, made a real nice play on, doubled up a Pioneer at third and ended the inning. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Stipe went for it, and the count is now 1 ball, 1 strike. Stipe hitting .410 on the year. Elyria in the middle of their lineup, 4, 5, and 6. They go batting average-wise, .410, .344, and .459. Here comes the pitch. It's a fly ball, shallow center field. This one's going to drop in for a base hit. Sims with 2 outs, scoring. He was off on the crack of the bat. He slides into home safely, and down to second on the throw is Cody Stipe. So the Pioneers have tied this one up.
A little lazy fly ball in the no man's land. Cole Lowry at second base, not able to get there in time, and Daniel Melendez. I'm really trying. I played with all these guys last year, and I'm really trying to call them by their actual names and not their nicknames that we gave them. But Daniel Melendez playing deeper. Seemed to move in a little bit. Now backing up.
Steven Hernandez now at the plate for Elyria High School. Hernandez, the designated hitter today. He had a base hit and scored the first run for the Pioneers in his first at-bat. Heat from Ben Sospansky, and Hernandez swings through it. The count is Sospansky has struck out 2 Pioneers in the inning. He's looking for his 3rd strikeout here. Here comes the pitch. Fastball high, and it's ball 1 to Hernandez. Hernandez on the year hitting .344. He is batting today for teammate Domingo Ortiz. The 1-2 pitch is outside. Count is now even for Hernandez. So 2 outs, 2 on, runner at second in a 2-2 game. The legendary Vin Scully would say, deuces are wild. And here's the pitch. Line drive, left field. That's going to fall in front of the left fielder for a base hit, and they will hold at third base. The Pioneers will hold Cody Stipe at third, so Hernandez gets the 2-out knock to left, and the Pioneers with runners at first and third.
This is what you really like to see out if you're Elyria. After yesterday's game going run ruled in the 5th inning, getting base hits, just getting base hits in general. Not getting a single one yesterday, base hits, putting hits together to get runs and to tie the game just 2 batters ago. Something you really like to see if you're a Pioneer.
Ryan Fearbend, the Midview manager, out on the mound talking to not only his pitcher and his catcher, but the entire infield. Well, Zach, you're exactly right, and it's the beauty, I think, of baseball, is there's always another game.
Mm-hmm.
You could get beat 11-0 on a Monday in 5 innings and get no hit, and then come back on Tuesday, and it's a completely different day, completely different game, and another opportunity. It's the same with hitting. You could go 0 for 4 in a game, come up for your 5th at bat. You could be 0 for 4 with 4 Ks, and you could have stranded 12 guys on base. Every time base is loaded, struck out every time. But all that matters is that next at bat. So for the Pioneers, all that matters is today. Yesterday doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
It's the beauty of baseball. You got to have a short memory. Put everything behind you, live in the moment, live in what's happening right now. And right now, it's a 2-2 game. And the Pioneers, with a runner at third, they can take the lead here in the 3rd inning. Landon Wissinger is at the plate for Elyria. The meeting at the mound is over, and the count on Wissinger is a ball and a strike. Sospansky's ready. Here comes the offering. Wissinger, fly ball, left field, left center field. In the gap, high, caught! What a catch! Caden Vogelpohl came from straightaway center to the gap in left center. That scores 2 if he doesn't get to it, and Vogelpohl catches it on the dead run, and the inning's over. Wow, what a play from Midview center fielder Caden Vogelpohl. So the Pioneers score a run, they tie it, they leave 2 on. We head to the top of the 4th in a 2-2 game.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $279 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Ron Yance, Zach Sprague along with you today from George Day Field at Elyria High School. Jared Kozar, the hardest working man in show business, was the analyst for the first 3 innings. He's the producer for the next 3. And then later, tonight at home, he's going to cut his backyard. Try to work in dinner somewhere. Jared Kozar wearing the Hollywood glasses on a sunny Tuesday afternoon. Jared deserves his own GQ magazine photo shoot the way he looks today. Midview up here in the top half of the 4th. Luke Jockel, their number 8 hole hitting shortstop. Now at the plate, standing in against Domingo Ortiz. First pitch, curveball, drops below the knees. Jockel did a nice job of laying off of it because that's the money pitch for Ortiz. He's gotten many of the middies to just swing at that thing. 1 ball, no strike. Ortiz working quickly, and this one's in the dirt. It's now 2-0. Jockel in his first at bat hit a ground ball to shortstop that scored a run. The Pioneers, playing deep, went for the force out at second to stay out of the big inning, and it worked out for Elyria High.
Yeah, Midview certainly happy to see at least Jockel putting the ball in play. He's very prone to strikeouts, one of those players. And you don't really like to see those that often. And
Jockel hits a pop-up foul down the third baseline. Settling under it nicely for the Pioneers is Jameer Sims, their third baseman, and that's the first out of the inning. Sims has been active. He's been on base both times as a hitter. He scored a run, and then he makes that nice play on a pop-up foul deep down the line. The distance between the baselines at third and first and the fence is significant. It's not like, say, Wrigley Field where, foul ball is 5 yards off the baseline. You got a lot of running room here and a lot of opportunities to make outs that you wouldn't typically have at most fields. There's wide open space here at George Day Field. The 0-1 pitch, fly ball, straightaway center field. It's Lucas Hendershot at the plate, and catching it in center is J.J. Bucky, and that's the second out of the inning. So Bucky standing in straightaway center, didn't have to move much for the second out of the inning.
Middy's being very aggressive here this inning, going at it. Very, very quick. Ball's over the middle of the plate, swing at it, just getting under the ball at this moment in time.
Top of the order for Midview, Caden Vogelpohl. The first pitch to Vogelpohl, and he's on it right away, and he hits a solid single to center field. Vogelpohl saw one pitch, liked it, and hit a line drive, one hopper to the center fielder. So Vogelpohl on the day, now 1 for 2 at the plate with a walk. Came into today hitting .439. My partner, Zach Sprague, pointed out that not only is Caden hitting .439, leads the team in at-bats, leads the team in hits, leads the team in runs scored, leads the team in home runs, and he's going to steal, and he will be sliding in safely at second base. First pitch, off and running for Vogelpohl. The throw went down, but Caden had it by a lot, and he's now at second base in scoring position with 2 outs.
Another stat Vogelpohl leads the team in is stolen bases. Practically every first pitch, he's off and run for second base.
Yeah, he's an athlete for sure for the Middies. Pitch to Suspansky was in the dirt, and it's now 2 balls and a strike to the Midview pitcher. 2-0 pitch. Elyria thought they had a strike. It was not, and it's 3-0 now on Ben Suspansky. Vogelpohl's running again on a 3-0 pitch, throw down to third, not in time. Caden Vogelpohl has stolen back-to-back bases, and now he's a wild pitch or a pass ball away from breaking the 2-2 tie. He's on at third. Suspansky's now on at first on the 4-pitch walk, and Daniel Melendez, the number 3 hole hitter in the manager Ryan Fearband's lineup, is now at the plate. Melendez, 0 for 2. Grounded out to second in the first inning, struck out in his last at bat. Suspansky's off and running on the first pitch, and there will be no throw down. So the Middies now with 2 runners in scoring position for the number 3 hitter in their lineup today. If you're a Middie, that's where you like to be. Ortiz is ready. Domingo's offering is called a strike. One ball, 1 strike to Daniel Melendez. The 1-1 pitch outside. It's now 2-1. Melendez, one of the 2 strikeout victims so far for Domingo Ortiz. He has struck out 2, and Midview's Ben Suspansky has struck out 3. The pitch inside, laid off. Melendez thought about it, checked his swing, and it's called a ball. The count is now 3 balls and a strike. Elyria checked to see if Melendez actually did swing. He did not, says Al Ivey, the base umpire.
One thing about high school baseball, you always only have 2 umpires for varsity, and whenever people are on base, the base umpire moves the middle of the field. So you can't really.
It's a tough call.
It's a tough call. Al Ivey over there kind of shrugged his shoulders, said, "I can't really see that."
Count is now full. Here comes the pitch from Ortiz. And it's a weak ground ball to third. This one's going to be trouble. Fielded by Ortiz, throws to first. Oh, my, what a play. Ortiz got Melendez in the blink of an eye. Bang, bang at first, and the inning is done. That is a run scorer right there. Off the mound, Domingo Ortiz to the third base bag side of the infield and made a great play. Threw a bullet to first, and the Pioneers are out of the inning. The Middies leave 2. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Game is still tied at 2.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
Spring is here, and that means it's time for high school baseball and softball on WEOL. Before you head to the ballpark, make a quick stop at your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco, your one-stop shop for fuel, snacks, and ice-cold drinks to keep you going all season long. Whether you're cheering from the stands or following along on WEOL, they've got everything you need to stay fueled from the first pitch to the final out. North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco, fast, friendly, ready for game day, and proud supporters of high school sports on WEOL.
I want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors, not only today, but all spring season long in both baseball and softball. North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco. It's a great time to stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco. EcoTree Services, they'll bring us our post-game show today, your complete tree care company. Our starting lineups today were brought to us by Network Land Title Agency. The keys to the game were brought to us by Nick Abraham, Elyria, and Elyria Ford and Buick GMC. And every strikeout brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Bottom half of the 4th here, J.J. Bucky will lead it off for the Pioneers. Bucky facing Ben Suspansky. Suspansky's first offering is in the dirt, one hopper to his catcher, Braden Wiedenmeyer. It's ball 1. Bucky in his first at bat in the second inning got hit by a pitch, got all the way to third in the second when the Pioneers scored a run, but Bucky was stranded at third. Second pitch, he swings through it and fouls it right back. Counts even, a ball and a strike. Midview scored 2 runs in the top half of the second on 3 hits, and then Elyria added a run in the bottom half of the second, and then in the bottom of the third they tied it with a run by Jameer Sims. Swinging through a strike is Bucky. Count now 1 ball, 2 strike for Midview's Ben Suspansky. Ben had 2 strikeouts in the last inning of work, and the pitch is fouled back. Count stays, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zach Sprague along with us today, our analyst, former catcher. You? Suspansky settles in, looks into Wiedenmeyer. Pitch is ready, and here it comes. It was in the dirt, one-hopped the catcher.
Oh, he said it was.
And they're going to say that he swung through. J.J. Bucky checked his swing, and the first base umpire, Al Ivey, says that he swung through, so that will count as a strikeout for Ben Suspansky. First out of the inning, that strikeout brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. Enroll today. Suspansky's first pitch is an off-speed pitch to Maurice Stone that falls in for a strike. Stone, the right-handed hitting left fielder for Elyria. Maurice in his first at bat, grounded out to second. Next pitch, fastball, outside part of the plate, right at the knees, it's strike 2. So Ben Suspansky working quickly and pounding the strike zone right now for Midview. The 0-2 pitch, ground ball, shortstop. Short hop, tough hop, and slipping on that infield was Midview's shortstop, Luke Jockel. And it will go for a, probably going to call it an error for Midview's shortstop, Luke Jockel.
It looked like he's just tried to set his feet, and his feet told him no.
Feet gave out from underneath him. So on at first is Maurice Stone and Connor McKittrick, Elyria's shortstop. Now at the plate. Pickoff move at first. It was close. Stone's back safely, but nice move by Suspansky. Bryce Schubert is at first base for Midview, their senior first baseman. Suspansky's ready. The pitch to the plate. It's a ball. Throw it down to second, and through the shortstop. Jockel had it, dropped it, and it falls behind the bag at second, and safe is Maurice Stone.
Good throw by Brandon Wiedemeyer there.
Great throw.
Well, the throw was on the money, just Jockel could not hang on to it.
I think the glove, ball, and body of Maurice Stone all happened at the same time. Yeah. Bunt down, first base, deep bunt. It's a successful bunt. The out is made at first, and Connor McKittrick, the shortstop, does a real nice job moving the runner. So Stone is on at third. That'll be the go-ahead run with now 2 outs in the inning for Elyria.
Nice little small ball there. Love to see a little small ball.
So the Pioneers will send Mason Burnett, their catcher, to the plate, number 9 hole hitter. I think if you were Elyria, you're hoping for an off-speed pitch in the dirt that maybe sneaks by Wiedemeyer, the Midview catcher. Pioneers have already scored one of their 2 on a pass ball.
And very deep backstop here at
the 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Boy, there we almost called it.
Was almost there.
What a play by Wiedemeyer. Braden kept it in front of him and kept that runner on at third base. Pioneers almost took the lead. Wiedemeyer with a great stop. 2-0 pitch. Spansky's ready, and here it comes. Breaking ball at the knees. That was a beautiful pitch. Yeah. Mason Burnett's a big guy. Big, tall, strong catcher. And that strike zone's wide, but that one dropped right at the knees. This one's inside, and the count now moves to 3 balls and a strike. So the Pioneers are a ball away from the top of their order. And Burnett, the catcher who's at the plate, you can bet he's going to have an eagle eye on what's a ball and what's a strike. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball on the outside part of the plate, called strike 2. Burnett looked like he was looking all the way there.
Oh, Zach. Yeah. I mean, Ben missed 2 straight.
Full count pitch, and he looked at that one, and it's strike 3. So that's not what you want to do. Get caught looking to end the inning with the go-ahead run on at third, but that's what happened. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Elyria leaves 1 at third. It's a 2-2 game.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit NetworkLandTitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
I want to welcome everybody back to George Day Field in the Elyria Athletic Sports Complex at Elyria High School. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon here on WEOL.com and audio-wise on the Elyria Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel. I'm Ron Yantz, my partner Zach Sprague for the middle innings. Jared Kozar joined me for the first 3. Jared, the on-site producer and hardest working man in show business, keeping us on the air right now. We got a great ball game. 2-2, top half of the fifth. The Middies will send their 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate. And they're in the middle part of their lineup right now where on the day they've got 6 hits, and of those 6, 4 of those are from the middle part of this lineup. So this is the part of the Midview lineup, at least today, that has really been on the ball hitting it. Braden Wiedenmeyer, Samuel Linden, Cole Lowry, and Bryce Schubert. They've got 4 of the 6 Middy hits so far, so that's the challenge this inning for Domingo Ortiz.
Yeah, certainly not a part where, especially in a close game, you do not want to be at right now starting an inning with 0 outs.
Ortiz from the windup. At the plate, Wiedenmeyer from Midview. Here comes the pitch. Off speed, Wiedenmeyer off his fist. A little soft line drive to the talented shortstop for Elyria High School. That's Connor McKittrick. McKittrick with soft hands. And that's the first out of the inning.
McKittrick making all the plays over there on shortstop.
Boy, if you're going to play middle infield, you got to have soft hands.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the best that I ever saw was Omar Vizquel for the Cleveland Indians. First pitch swinging, pop up back to the pitcher. Ortiz caught it. It ended up being an ice cream cone at the end. After the out, he throws it into right center field. Trying to throw it around the horn to his second baseman, and he threw it over the head of Braden Barbie. But there are 2 outs in the inning. That's the good news. So quick pitches, 2 quick outs, and that brings Cole Lowry to the plate.
And 2 very quick outs.
Lowry on the day, 1 for 2. Had a base hit, scored the second run of the second inning for Midview, and then on a fielder's choice on a ground ball to shortstop in the third. First pitch to him's in the dirt, off speed, it's ball 1.
I don't know how many pitches Ortiz is at, but certainly with these quick outs here is keep him in the game very much longer than any normal pitcher would be.
Ortiz has been efficient. He's now in the 5th inning. He's given up 6 hits. He's spread them out. He's struck out 2 and he's walked 2, and he's given up 2 runs, and both of those runs came in the second inning. The 2-0 pitch on the inside part of the plate at the belt. It's called strike 1. This is Cole Lowry at the plate for Midview. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the top of the 5th in a 2-2 game. Ortiz ready. And here comes the pitch. Lowry fouls it off, and the count is now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lowry's ready to go. In the windup. Gets the sign. Here comes the offering. Off speed in the dirt. Tempting, but not swung at by Cole Lowry. And doing a nice job behind the plate, Mason Burnett. Count is now full with 2 outs in the inning. Here comes the pitch. And it's swung on and missed. Another off-speed pitch that just drops off the table at the strike zone. And the inning is over. So 3 up and 3 down for Midview. Domingo Ortiz gets his 3rd strikeout of the game. That strikeout brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. LCCC, our strikeout sponsor. Enroll today. We'll be back. Bottom of the 5th is next in a 2-2 game.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make getting into your next vehicle fast, easy, and built around you. And we've got the selection and service you can count on. Right now, buy the Ford Explorer for only $39.9 or lease it for just $4.99 a month. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
We head to the bottom of the 5th here at Elyria's George Day Field. Ron Janssen, Zach Sprague, Jared Kozar along with you. Zach Sprague, my partner today, is a catcher. A former high school catcher at Midview High School. Zach, talk to me about the way that both of these pitchers have handled their innings so far. Let's start with Domingo Ortiz, who just ended it with an off-speed pitch for another strikeout.
I mean, Ortiz has certainly started using, it looks to be a changeup of some sort, using that more often, using Midview's aggressiveness early in counts to get ahead, and then obviously take care of hitters in the very end like we saw there.
Ben Suspansky on the hill for Midview. Jameer Sims at the plate, the leadoff hitter for Elyria, and Sims swings through with the first pitch. Jameer on the day, been on base both times. In the first inning on an infield base hit, in the second inning on an error on the pitcher. And he takes the 1-0-0-1 pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So what's worked for Ben, the Midview pitcher?
I think I'm going to sound like a broken record, also mixing in those off-speed pitches. In high school,
well, there's one right there for a swing through strike 2.
In high school, you want to be really aggressive, score a bunch of runs, and hit the ball as hard as possible inevitably, you want to hit a home run every single time because that's the coolest thing ever when you're a high schooler. But
line drive to the gap, diving play at short. Luke Jockel gets up, throws it, 2 hops to first, but the speed of Jameer Sims gives him his second infield base hit of the afternoon, and he is now on for the 3rd time in 3 at-bats. So it's an infield base hit for Sims. Another great play. I got to tell you that junior shortstop at Midview has been impressive today.
Mm-hmm. 2 diving stops already today. But for it looks like Elyria, it seems like it's the fastball that's haunting Ben right now. They've been attacking the fastball, which you don't all want to throw an off-speed pitch every single time because they're not going to swing at it every single time. But even just throwing that weird little circle change that you talked about earlier that Coach Farabend showed you, for strikes even, just to get ground balls is really how Ben needs to attack these hitters even here in the bottom of the fifth.
And he's in trouble right now to the number 2 hitter, Braden Barbie. He's down in the count, 3 balls, no strikes to Barbie. Sims, the leadoff hitter, is on at first base. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and it is high and outside. That is 4 straight to Barbie that missed. And Elyria in business here in the bottom half of the 5th in a 2-2 game. Their first 2 runners are on, and they're in the meat of their lineup right now. Cody Stipe, the number 3 hitter, is next. Stipe has hit the ball on the nose twice. Once, an out to Luke Jockel, made a great play, backhanded dive at shortstop, and then he had a solid single in his next at bat. He's the hitter, here's the pitch, and he swings through an off-speed pitch. Boy, he was sitting dead red looking for that pitch and just swung through it.
Yeah, that's what you usually wait for a first pitch fastball, especially off a 4-pitch walk to really establish.
Second pitch, got him inside, ate him up, and it's fouled off. And the count's now 0-2. So Ben Suspansky on the hill for Midview, trying to fight through the start of this 5th inning. Elyria trying to break through this 2-2 tie. They were down 2-0 in the top half of the 6th, came back, and they've tied the game with runs in the 2nd and the 3rd, looking for more here in the 5th. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and it's a fly ball, deep center field. Over the center fielder's head. It will go for at least a double. 1 run is in, rounding 3rd and being held at 3rd is Elyria's Braden Barbie, and standing at 2nd with a huge double, the number 3 hitter, Cody Stipe for Elyria.
Man, he has hit the ball on getting the recognition he deserves with that double there.
Stipe with his 2nd RBI of the afternoon. He's knocked in 2 of the 3 Pioneer runs so far, and Elyria is in real business right now with runners at 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and a run already in.
Yeah, Midview bringing the infield in here, trying to make sure that Elyria's lead does not get larger than this 1 run.
Well, Hernandez, a 344 hitter, and the cleanup hitter just showed bunt on the first pitch. It's called a strike. Here comes the 2nd pitch. He's not showing bunt, and he takes it for a ball low and inside. Steven Hernandez on the day has been to the plate twice, and he has 2 hits. Scored a run in the 2nd. Hit to left field, hit to center field. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And it's an off-speed pitch that drops into the strike zone. Looked high, then dropped right perfectly into the catcher's mitt for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hernandez. Nobody out. Runners at second and third for Elyria. They're up 3-2. Hernandez, line drive, base hit up the middle. 1 run in, rounding third and being held at third base is Cody Stipe. Steven Hernandez, have a day, young man. 3 for 3. Two runs in and 2 still on for the Pioneers and nobody out.
And manager Ryan Farabin going to talk to his pitcher right now. Telling the infield, stay at their positions.
Farabin, when he was a pitcher at Midview High School, he's a 2003 graduate of Midview High School. In his career as a Middie, 23 wins, 347 strikeouts. His career earned run average in high school was 1.55. He was so good, he was a 3rd-round draft pick by the Seattle Mariners in the 2003 draft. And he was so good, he was called up in 2.5 years. 2006 made his major league debut. And his mound visit with his junior pitcher, Ben Suspansky, is over. Suspansky's ready, and so is Elyria. Landon Wissinger, the right fielder, standing in the right-handed batter's box right now. Here comes the pitch, and it's a strike.
I think a thing to note as well, as there are still 0 outs in the inning, there is no one warming up in the Midview bullpen yet. So manager Farabend really puts trust in Ben Suspansky here to get himself out of here, or at least get some outs without causing more damage.
Well, Ben's up in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Hernandez went down to second, catcher's indifference, and swinging through a high heater is Landon Wissinger, and that's the first out of the inning, and that's a strikeout. And every strikeout all day long, all season long, brought to you by Lorain County Community College. It's real education at Lorain County Community College for good jobs. So a big out for the Middies. Wissinger swinging through high heat. That's the first out of the inning. And Elyria with runners at second and third still. And 2 runners already in. J.J. Bucky fists it down the first base line, and it's foul just outside the back, or outside the bag. Getting in on the hands of Bucky was Ben Suspansky for Midview. For Ben, the strikeout of Wissinger, that was Ben's 5th strikeout, and now his 5th inning. Trying to find a way out of this inning, though. Trying to limit the damage. Ground ball to third, 2-hopper. They check the runner at first, and then not able to throw. Now does to first, and the throw's high.
Pulled Bryce Schubert off the bag there, made him leap a little extra high there.
I think Samuel Linden got a spike caught in the ground. It was a 2-hopper, easy ground ball, and when we went to throw, he almost tripped over himself. It's like, and everybody's done this, when you step on a loose shoelace, you know, if you got a loose shoelace and you don't know it's loose and you step on it, it kind of trips you up. It almost looked like that's what happened to Schubert or to Linden at third base. That's an easy 2-hopper that just turned into a nightmare. And he's looking down at his feet right now. And they're going to make a pitching change. Midview will.
No, they're looking at an appeal here.
Oh, an appeal. So Ryan Fearband came out, talked to Al Ivey. I thought he was telling Al, I'm gonna change my pitchers, but Ivey has consulted with Tony Jordan. They're going to ask if I'm guessing they're asking if Schubert got the foot down in time. Had to go up high for the throw, and did Bryce come down in time?
Oh, they overturned it.
Changed the call. They have overturned it. So Al Ivey met with Tony Jordan. You want to get the right call, and Ryan Fearband did a great job coming out and asking Al. You go to the umpire that made the call first. You go out and you ask him, would you ask? I think the home plate umpire Tony Jordan may have had a better angle on that, and they made the call, and Al changed it. And now Elyria manager, like all good managers, Jordan Connell has gone out to talk to Al and said, Al, this is a big play. I mean, this is a huge call.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got 2 runners on, 1 out. I mean, about to be 2 outs, because I don't think he'll get an overturn on the overturn.
Oh, you're not going to switch it now
yeah.
after you've already switched it.
I mean,
well,
you would have bases loaded, 1 out here without that.
So Coach Connell not happy. He'll go back to his third base. Pioneers still in the middle of a big inning here, though. There are 2 outs. Obviously, it's a huge call because the ground ball was so quickly hit, a 2-hopper to Samuel Linden at third, that the runner at third, Cody Stipe, had to stay right there. So not a run was scored on that. It scored 5-3. It's the second out of the inning. And Maurice Stone is now at the plate for Elyria. And here comes the pitch. And it's below the knees for ball 1. Stone on the afternoon, 0 for 2. Hit a ground ball for the second out of the second inning, and then he was on an error on the shortstop and stole a base in the 4th. He got to third, did not score. The 0-1 pitch or the 1-0 pitch is low again. Nope, this one is called a strike. 1 ball and a strike. So counts even, 2 outs in the inning, and 2 on for the Pioneers, and their 2 runs this inning have given them a 4-2 lead. Spansky's ready. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and this one's low and outside, counts 2-1. Elyria trying to win their first game in the Southwestern Conference this year.
And win their first game against Midview in the first
ground
3
ball
years.
up the middle to the steady shortstop for Midview. Throwing the dirt, but what a play by Midview's first baseman, Bryce Schubert. Luke Jockel threw a heater and a 1-hopper to Schubert, and Bryce made the play, and the Middies are out of the inning. But the Pioneers score 2. They score 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk, and they take a 2-run lead as we head to the top of the 6th. It's Elyria 4, Midview 2.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
Middies will send the bottom third of the order to the plate, facing a great outing by Elyria's Domingo Ortiz. Ortiz has started, and he has gone the distance for Elyria on the hill, and he has been outstanding. And he heads to the top half of the 6th here with a 4-2 lead. It'll be Bryce Schubert, Luke Jockel, and Lucas Hendershot, the scheduled hitters here in the top half of the 6th for Midview manager Ryan Fearbend. Talking to Ryan before the game. His grandpa, Bob, and my dad, Ron, back in the Grafton, North Ridgeville hot stove days, and this is years ago. This was back to when I was a kid, and I'm 61 years old. My brother Craig, who's 55, when we were kids playing hot stove baseball in the summers, my dad in the Grafton hot stove, and then the Fearband family, Bob, who's Ryan's grandpa, and then Norm and Monalou Gerhardt, huge in the North Ridgeville hot stove community. Just wonderful people committing themselves to, the betterment for youth in the summers. And I think Ryan and I both got a chuckle and a smile out of talking about, days long ago. That was a long time ago, but Ryan's grandpa, Bob Fearbend, was a big, big part of all those hot stove days in North Ridgeville. Jared Kozar back with us for the 6th inning. And the pitch to Bryce Schubert. Fouled off. Actually, the Middies have they got a different hitter in here. It is not Schubert. They have made a change. Kellen DeSimone is now hitting for Midview in place of Schubert, their first baseman. Simone, ground ball, second base. Tough hop, short hop, but Elyria's Braden Barbie makes it and throws to Cody Stipe for the first out of the inning.
Ron, as everybody knows, you're not really one to reminisce, so that story, caught me by surprise, certainly, with your hot stove antics and trying to reflect on some of those. In the meantime, when you think about it, Elyria taking a 4-2 lead, as Zach mentioned, Pioneers have not beat the Middies in the last 6 tries. So this is a pretty big moment here, up 4-2, and it's got to feel great after yesterday for Jordan Connell and company to be out there and have control of this one.
Certainly does. They're up 4-2 here in the sixth. The 1-0 pitch is dropped in for a strike. The pitch to Luke Jockel, the shortstop from Midview. Well, when Zach was on in the middle 3 innings, we talked about what you just said as Jockel gets moved off the plate for ball 2. Is in baseball, it's a new day. It's a new at bat. It's a new pitch. It's a new ground ball. It's a new opportunity. So, yeah, you get beat. No hit, 11-0 yesterday in 5 innings, and you come back today, and, man, this is like Game 7 of a playoff series. It's been that well played. It's a really good baseball game.
Well, I think it's different, too, when you come back and you say, all right, we're going to get them at our place, and the landscape literally and figuratively will be different.
Little soft liner dropped by the second baseman, and that'll be an error. Jockel hit a soft liner towards the second base bag on the second base side, and Elyria's second baseman Braden Barbie came over and just dropped it, had it, and dropped it. And at first is Luke Jockel on the infield error.
Yeah, coming on, not quite routine, but should have been able to glove that one and put it away. And you don't want to give the Middies extra outs here as they're trying to claw back into this one.
Lucas Hendershot will step to the plate, the number 9 hitter. And Hendershot with an excuse-me swing, and the ball is fouled off down the first baseline in the infield for strike 1. Hendershot on the day. He's 0 for 1 officially. 2 at-bats. He got hit in his first at-bat in the second inning, got stranded at second. And then in the fourth, he flew out to center field. Elyria's up 4-2. We're in the top half of the sixth here from George Day Field at Elyria High School. Domingo Ortiz checks the runner at first and steps off. Ortiz has pitched to Jim. Pitch fouled off. Wow. Off the bat and I think into the face of Lucas Hendershot. Hendershot is in pain. We're going to take a break. He got hit with a fouled off pitch off his bat and into his face. We'll be back.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $279 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit NetworkLandTitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind. WEOL.com is your home for local Lorain County sports. See all the latest sports news from around the county, featuring stories by the team at the Chronicle Telegram. Check out our upcoming broadcast schedule to see when your favorite games will be streamed live and free. Find the latest scores all in one place so you never feel behind on the action. And if that's not enough, we have you covered with the latest highlights.
Their pass intercepted by Collin. Collin coming the other way. Goes up for the shot, made it, and he's fouled.
WEOL.com, your home for local Lorain County sports.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
Lorain County has a story every day. Make sure you don't miss it. From breaking news and high school sports to schools, business, and community events, the Chronicle has it all. Stay connected to your neighbors and your home team with coverage that matters most to you. Don't just hear about Lorain County, know Lorain County. Subscribe today at chroniclet.com/subscribe and get the news that keeps you in the know. The Chronicle Telegram, Lorain County's largest newspaper.
Well, the good news is that Lucas Hendershot is up off his feet, and they were able to take him into the Midview dugout. Laura Breeze, the a very, very, very good trainer here at Elyria High School, was out there right away, and she's taking care of Lucas right now in the Midview dugout. That ball came right off his bat and hit him right in the face, and it was just took your breath away. And you know, they've got Lucas in the dugout. They're tending to him, and he's in good hands with Elyria's Laura Breeze right now. So the Middies, in the meantime, are going to have to make a change in Hendershot's slot in the batting order, and coming up to hit for his teammate, Lucas Hendershot, will be Jake Derringer. Jake, a junior for the Middies. So Derringer is going to step in for Hendershot and take over his at-bat, which stands at no balls and 2 strikes. So Derringer's in, and on the hill is Domingo Ortiz. He's ready to go. The Middies with a runner on at first and 1 out here in the top half of the 6th, and Elyria holding on to a 2-run lead. It's 4-2 Pioneers. Here comes Ortiz's pitch to Derringer, and it's in the dirt, and a nice stop, a real nice stop, by Elyria's Mason Burnett behind the plate.
Unenviable situation for Derringer. You just watched a teammate take one, and you're a little bit worried about him, and then you're coming into an 0-2 count. You haven't taken a swing.
Yeah, my breath is. I'm still. That was
a scary situation.
Yeah, that was awful. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt. Burnett makes a nice stop. Throw down to second. Stealing on the pitch was Jockel, and he's in safely. That was a tough pitch to handle if you're Mason Burnett. He did a great job keeping it in front of him and even making a throw. So the stolen base by Jockel, stole on the right pitch, that's for certain. If you can steal on an off-speed pitch that's in the dirt, you're going to be successful every time. The 2-2 pitch, here comes to Ortiz to Derringer, and it's low, and it gets by the catcher. But Jockel was not ready for it at second base. It just gets past Mason Burnett. Not far enough for Jockel to take off. He'll stay at second. And the count is now full. So to your point, Jared, Derringer comes in down 0-2, and he's worked the count to 3-2. Ortiz is ready, so is Derringer. Checks the runner at second. Still looking to Jockel. Now he comes to the plate, the 3-2 pitch, pop-up. Shallow right field. Back is the second baseman, in is the right fielder, and a nice play. Wow, what a beautiful play by Braden Barbie, the Elyria High second baseman. Looking right up into the sunshine and made that kind of like a side saddle on his glove side.
And 2 things there, Ron. Good for Barbie, overcomes an error earlier this inning. And when you think about Ortiz, that situation, while scary for both teams, and certainly, we're worried about Hendershot and his well-being right now. For Ortiz, that broke up a rhythm, too. He was doing quite well, and it wasn't as if he hit him. It was a freak accident.
Yeah, that's something that everybody has to work their way through.
Correct.
Opponent, teammate, umpire, managers, broadcasters. I mean, that was not fun to watch. That shook everybody up.
But you talk about a guy that was dealing at that point in the ball game.
Yeah.
Still pitching pretty well right now and with a lead. And that's important, I think, for these Pioneers, is to be able to say, we got a lead. We got a guy that we feel pretty confident in. And
well,
it's tough.
Jared, I think manager Jordan Connell feels the same way.
Yeah.
While you were talking about it, he took a timeout, went out on the mound, and he's talking to his pitcher. Jordan's done. Domingo's ready. Toes the rubber. He's in the stretch at second base with 2 outs. The Middies have a runner in Luke Jockel, and at the plate, top of the order, Vogelpohl swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. A lot of room here at Elyria High School, and just out of play and over the fence on the third base side. Foul ball. So if you're Midview, partner, you got the guy that you want up at the plate right now in Caden Vogelpohl. He's 1 for 2, solid single to center field. He's been on twice, walking a stolen base, and he's hitting .439 on the year and leads Midview in almost every offensive category, including home runs. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ortiz is ready, checks the runner at second. Here comes the pitch. Line drive, left field, and that will fall in for a base hit, and that will score the run. Rounding at third and scoring is Jockel, and Vogelpohl does it again.
Yep, you made mention. That's the guy you want on up to bat, and he delivers with an RBI there, and brings us to a 1-run game with 2 down here in the 6th inning, top of the 6th inning.
Jockel's run makes it 4-3. Ortiz is ready to go to his opponent on the mound, Ben Shispansky. Vogelpohl's off and running first pitch, and boy, it's just like easy money for him stealing bases. I mean, they're not even close, and they're great throws by the catcher.
The Zach Sprague scouting report delivers once again. Said he was going to steal. We know that. Zach said he's pretty aggressive. A lot of these middies have been aggressive on the base paths.
Leads the team in stolen bases. He's got 2 here today. 2 for 2. He's in scoring position. His run is the tying run. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's another fly ball to left field. Line drive down the line. It'll sneak inside the fair pole and go all the way to the fence, and Vogelpohl is going to score easily, and standing at second base with a 2-out double is Ben Shispansky.
Just like that, tie ball game now. Midview still with a runner in scoring position, 2 down here in this 6th inning. Seeing if they can do more, and Jordan Connell's going to go and say that's a heck of an afternoon out of Domingo Ortiz, and rightly so. Yeah. It was. He pitched a nice ball game. These last 2 runs, again, a little bit of a different set of circumstances here this afternoon.
Boy, you're right, partner. I mean, just Domingo Ortiz just pitched he had a great start and went into the 6th inning. We'll get the final numbers on him in a second. We'll get you who's come in to pitch for Elyria as well. We're going to take a timeout, and during this pitching change, we'll be back. The game's tied, 4-4. We're in the top of the 6th.
Hi, Tim Elthorne, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make getting into your next vehicle fast, easy, and built around you. And we've got the selection and service you can count on. Right now, buy the Ford Explorer for only $39.9 or lease it for just $4.99 a month. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
We're in the top half of the 6th, and in for Elyria. Their shortstop now on the hill, Connor McKittrick. At the plate for Midview, Daniel Melendez, their number 3 hitter. The situation is this. The Middies have scored 2 here in the top of the 6th with 2 outs to tie the game at 4, and they've got a runner in scoring position. It would be the go-ahead runner at second base in the form of Ben Shispansky. Counts 1-2. And the pitch is high. It's now even to Daniel Melendez. Domingo Ortiz pitched 5 2/3 innings. Did a great job for the Pioneers today. And McKittrick's trying to keep it even 4-4 here.
This is a tough spot, too, because the exchange, McKittrick on the mound, but dynamite at that shortstop position. So really tough when you think about losing that sort of a weapon.
Full count pitch to Melendez, swung on and fouled off. The count will stay full. Daniel Melendez on the day, this is his 4th at bat. He grounded out to second in the 1st inning. He struck out swinging to lead off the 3rd, and then he ended the 4th on a great play off the hill by Domingo Ortiz. Went to the third base side, and he strikes out swinging. Daniel Melendez went for high heat. Connor McKittrick threw it by him, and that's a big out if you're an Elyria Pioneer. So the Middies score 2, but they leave 1 on, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. This game's locked at 4.
Spring is here, and that means it's time for high school baseball and softball on WEOL. Before you head to the ballpark, make a quick stop at your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, your one-stop shop for fuel, snacks, and ice-cold drinks to keep you going all season long. Whether you're cheering from the stands or following along on WEOL, they've got everything you need to stay fueled from the first pitch to the final out. North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, fast, friendly, ready for game day, and proud supporters of high school sports on WEOL.
At At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $279 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
4-4, bottom of the sixth from George Day Field at Elyria High's Sports Complex. The Pioneers will bat here in the bottom half of the sixth. Let's catch up on the scoring. The Middies scored 2 in the top half of the second to take a 2-0 lead. Elyria scored a single run in the second and a single run in the third. The game was tied at 2 all the way till the fifth inning. In the bottom of the fifth, the Pioneers scored 2 runs on back-to-back big hits by Cody Stipe and Steven Hernandez, and they took a 4-2 lead as we went into the top of the sixth. And then in the top of the sixth, Midview had 2 huge 2-out hits. 2-out hits by Caden Vogelpohl, their leadoff hitter, and Ben Shispansky, their number 2 hitter, to bring in 2 runs and to tie the game at 4. And that's where we stand right now. The Middies have a new pitcher on the hill, and that's Caden Vogelpohl. They'll move Caden in from center field. They'll throw him on the mound, and he'll pitch here in the bottom half of the sixth. Elyria will have a couple of pinch hitters coming up here in the bottom half of the sixth. Aiden Vargas will lead off the bottom of the sixth for the Pioneers. So Vargas will pinch hit for Connor McKittrick to start the bottom half of the sixth inning. Vargas, a right-handed hitter. Vogelpohl in his first offering. He'll work from the stretch, and the first pitch is a fastball low at the knees. It's ball 1. Vogelpohl ready. And his next pitch, fastball again. High hopper to second base. 2-hopper, easy play for the Midview second baseman. That's Cole Lowry. He gets it over to Bryce Schubert, and that's 1 out in the inning. Vogelpohl does a little bit of everything for Midview, huh?
Well, he wasn't really busy in center field this afternoon. Wasn't tested a whole lot out there, so figured put him at the mound and see what he can do and try to get his team in a position for a victory.
Again, working from the stretch. First pitch is a strike. Another pinch hitter for Elyria in the bottom half of the sixth. This is Gino Vasquez. Vasquez pitched yesterday, and he's hitting today. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike as Vogelpohl misses low and away. Caden working quickly, ready to come. Here comes the 1-1 offering, and swinging through, 2-hopper to shortstop. Jackal with a nice play, and Luke Jackal across the field to Schubert, and there are 2 outs in the inning. So Elyria pinch hit in the bottom of the order for their 8 and 9 hitters, and they'll now start at the top with Jameer Sims.
All he's done is get on base today and be pretty dangerous once he gets on base.
Sims has been on base every time today, and he scored 2 runs. And the only time he didn't score, he got thrown out at the plate in the first inning. First pitch to Vogelpohl, and it's low and outside, ball 1. So he's the guy you want up right now to extend an inning, Jameer Sims. High heat, and he's worked the count to 2-0. Behind Sims is Barbie, Stipe, and Hernandez. There are hitters coming up next. Pitch to Sims, called a strike. 2 outs in the inning, game's tied at 4. We're in the bottom half of the sixth. Vogelpohl ready. Caden out of the stretch, yep, 2-hopper, misplayed at second base. And on first, safely, for the 4th time tonight is Jameer Sims. So an error by Midview's second baseman, Cole Lowry, has opened the door for Elyria.
I think, yeah, Ron, you assess the error, but with the speed of Sims that we've seen throughout, that'd been a pretty good throw to have to get him and retire him at first base.
Barbie's up at the plate, the left-handed hitter, number 2 hitter. And he takes a pitch inside for a ball. It's ball 1. Vogelpohl, nothing but heat so far. And I guess if you're Elyria, you just sit on heat. He has not thrown an off-speed pitch yet. So 2 outs in the inning, runner at first, it's Jameer Sims in a tie game. So Sims is the go-ahead run, and he's at first base. Pitch is low. It's 2-0. Barbie on the day has been on base twice in 3 at-bats. Reached on an error in his first at-bat, struck out swinging in his second at-bat, and walked and scored a run in the 2-run fifth. He's swinging on a 2-0 pitch, and it's fouled back. Interesting choice for Barbie. Swinging on the 2-0. Counts 2-1. Vogelpohl's ready, so is Barbie, and here comes the pitch. And he fouls it straight up in the air. Settling under it is Wiedemeyer, the Midview catcher, and a basket style catches it, and the inning's over. So Elyria gets a runner on with 2 outs, but they leave him at first. We head to the top half of the 7th. This game is locked. Stick around. It's 4-4.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
Spring is here, and that means it's time for high school baseball and softball on WEOL. Before you head to the ballpark, make a quick stop at your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, your one-stop shop for fuel, snacks, and ice-cold drinks to keep you going all season long. Whether you're cheering from the stands or following along on WEOL, they've got everything you need to stay fueled from the first pitch to the final out. North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. Fast, friendly, ready for game day, and proud supporters of high school sports on WEOL.
It's a big moment for Elyria High School. They come into this game so far this year winless in the Southwestern Conference, and they've got an opportunity to knock off a Midview team that beat them yesterday 11-0. And they're locked in 4-4 as we head to the top half of the 7th here. McKittrick on the hill. He got the last out in the 6th inning, the 2-run 6th for Midview. He came into a precarious situation and got the final out and really stopped the Midview run. He'll start the top half of the 7th back on the hill facing Braden Wiedemeyer, the Midview catcher. The first pitch to him is off speed. Wiedemeyer reaches for it, and he hits a 2-hopper to third that's off the glove of Jameer Sims at third base and into left field.
The leadoff runner aboard one way or another for Midview, and that spelled trouble for Elyria throughout. So, again, chasing one, trying to grind out one here, and I think it's a game, maybe rightfully so, I don't know, that they feel they should be ahead in right now. We'll get a courtesy runner here for Wiedemeyer.
So running for the Middies will be Seth Randall. Randall, a junior at Midview. He'll run at first base for his teammate Braden Wiedemeyer. At the plate, Samuel Linden. First pitch to Linden, high hopper to short, tough hopper. Plays at second, and it is just in time. Man, that was a tough ground ball to handle, and it was handled as good as you could by Elyria Highs. I'm going to check the number because it's a Chris Warman.
There's been a few changes, exactly.
Warman. Chris Warman. Playing shortstop now for Elyria, doing a nice job. Cole Lowry. Let me check that. I think that's a new Midview hitter, too. Yeah, Damian Presser now in for Midview, replacing Lowry. So a lot of late inning moves by both managers here. So this is Presser at the plate, a senior for the Middies. McKittrick's pitch hit him. Hit him right between the shoulder blades, and Midview has runners at first and second.
Boy, and McKittrick, I think, knew it right away and just wanted to pull the string on that one as if to bring it back. Nothing you can do there. But, again, one down, runners at first and second here, and the Middies threatening yet again.
So Jake Ellis is on at second for Midview. And now at the plate is Kellen DeSimone. And DeSimone on the year did not start today, but he's one of their best players. He's hitting .323 on the year. And he's down on the count 0-2 to Connor McKittrick.
Gives you that left-handed look, too, that Elyria has not seen a lot of today, if at all.
The 0-2 pitch. And DeSimone's moved off the plate. Doesn't hit him. Counts now 1-2. DeSimone in his first at bat grounded out to second base. The 1-2 pitch. Tough one to take. Inside. Elyria thought they had him struck out. They do not. Called a ball. Counts now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Middies with runners at first and second. 1 out in a tie game. Top of the 7th. And that is called strike 3. DeSimone is looking at a called third strike. And that's a big out. That's the second out. And this is where Midview did their damage last inning with 2 outs. They scored 2 runs to tie the game, all with 2 outs. At the plate is Luke Jockel.
This portion of the lineup, this is their first look at McKittrick, so that might pay a dividend, too, for Elyria.
Jockel, pop fly, right field, shallow, center field, dropped. Elyria moved over between right and center, dropped it. 2 runs will score on a 2-out dropped fly ball in shallow center field. Wow. So Presser scores and Ellis score, and all that with 2 outs. Midview has had back-to-back innings where they have scored 4 runs, all with 2 outs. Now at the plate for the Middies, Jake Derringer. Derringer came in to pinch hit in the last inning. He popped up to second base. This is a hard ground ball in the hole between short and third, and it goes in for a base hit. And the inning continues for Midview. Jockel checks in at second, Derringer's at first, and the top of the order is up for the Middies.
And you got to stop this from being a big inning for Midview. If you're Elyria, you're not out of this ball game at 6-4. But if another run crosses, it's a bit of a different story, I think.
Vogelpohl at the plate, looking at strike 1. McKittrick on the hill for Elyria. Jockel at second, he's running on the pitch. Pitch is low, and there will be no throw to third base. The Middies get big jumps on Illyria's pitching today. They have had, I think, 5 stolen bases. So Jockel's at third, and there's another base hit to left field. Another hard ground ball between the hole between short and third, and a run scores, and checking in at third is Derringer for Midview. So Jockel scored on the base hit by Vogelpohl. And that day by Caden Vogelpohl just continues. He's had 3 straight hits. And this inning is really opening up big. Vogelpohl's going to steal. That's catcher's indifference. He won't get credit for that one. The Pioneers just let him go with a runner at third.
Well, clearly adding to the potential big day for Vogelpohl. He's looking at being the winning pitcher here this afternoon if things can go the way they're going for Midview.
Fly ball, center field, under it, and catching it, and the inning's over. But the Middies scored 3 times, all with 2 outs. And they take a 3-run lead at 7-4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Pioneers with their last at bat. That's next.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $279 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Bottom half of the 7th here at Elyria. Middies up over the Pioneers 7-4. Midview has scored 5 runs in their last 2 at-bats, and all 5 runs have come in with 2 outs.
Meat of the order coming up for the Pioneers here in this half inning. So if you want to see how a comeback's made or you want to have a good stab at making the comeback, they've got the personnel coming up here this half inning to do it.
Well, they sure do. Cody Stipe will lead it off. Stipe today, he's got 2 base hits, 2 runs batted in. He's hitting 400, over 400 on the season. And then after him is Steven Hernandez, and all Steven is 3 for 3 today. And he's hitting nearly 400 on the year. So Elyria's right where they want to be, at least batting order-wise, to try to come back and score 3 runs to extend this game into an extra inning.
I think the important thing for Elyria right now, too, we talked about it, 2 runs, you thought it was manageable. 3, it gets a little tougher, but I don't think that's an insurmountable number. And you've got to have that attitude with 3 outs remaining here in this ballgame.
So Stipe steps into the right-handed batter's box. Vogelpohl from the stretch. Here comes his first offering. It's high heat, and Stipe smokes it down the left field line. It's foul, but that was hit a long way. I said it last inning, and I don't know that Vogelpohl's thrown an off-speed pitch yet. He's thrown a lot of heat. So if I'm Elyria, I'm sitting dead red on heat, and Stipe certainly was on that first pitch. Here comes the 0-1 offering, and that one's off-speed. So there's the first show of an off-speed pitch. It's a curveball that's inside for ball 1.
Almost as if he heard you over here, Ron.
Yeah, maybe he did.
That guy doesn't know anything. That's what he said.
There's a fastball again. This one's hit to right field. It's trouble down the right field line, and it falls in for a base hit. That was in no man's land, perfectly placed down the right field line, and another base hit for Cody Stipe. He's had 3 hits in a row. Elyria has what they wanted, and that's the leadoff hitter on. And at the plate, a young man who's 3 for 3 today in Steven Hernandez. Hernandez with a base hit scored a run in the 2nd. Base hit to left field in the 3rd. And had a base hit to center with a run batted in the 2-run Elyria 5th inning. That was the inning the Pioneers took a 4-2 lead. First pitch from Vogelpohl was a ball. Here comes the second one. It's on the outside part of the plate, called strike. It's 1-1 now to Hernandez. Vogelpohl checks the runner at first, looks to home plate, delivers, and it's on the outside part of the plate, or off the plate, I should say. 2 balls and a strike. Vogelpohl again. He's just winding back and firing it as hard as he can. And it's fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. If I'm an Elyria hitter, honestly, Jared, and he showed the off-speed pitch, and it didn't look like he had control of it. So I would just sit. I would sit
on the heat.
Fastballs.
Yep, I agree.
I don't know that he can throw an off-speed pitch for a strike. I just sit in that box waiting for heat.
Well, I don't think he's going to do it at this point in the at-bat either. I think if he had a few more to burn, maybe you'd see something like that. But, yeah, he's not going to reinvent the wheel at this stage.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner at first for Elyria. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Pioneers down 3 runs after the Middies scored 3 in the top half of the 7th. Vogelpohl's ready. Checks the runner at first, comes to the plate, and it's a fastball. Off his hands, Vogelpohl fields it off the mound, throws a strike to first base, and there's an out in the inning. That runner that's going to second means absolutely nothing. And Caden Vogelpohl did a great job of just getting the out. Get the easy out at first base. Outs count. The run at second base, even if it scores, it's 7-5, you're still up 2. They're not going to worry about that runner on at second at all.
Well, and he hasn't had to field his position yet today either. So just coming out there and making that play shows you that he's mentally prepared to be able to come off that mound and make a good throw.
First pitch to
good grab.
Landon Wissinger is fouled back. Landon on the day has hit the ball hard a lot. He's 0 for 3 with nothing to show for it, but he has smoked it twice. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and it gets by the catcher, and moving to third will be Cody Stipe. So the Pioneers with a runner at third, down 3 here in the bottom half of the 7th and 1 out. And Landon Wissinger at the plate. Landon on the year, a .333 hitter. Vogelpohl's way, and it's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vogelpohl, the 1-2 offering. Off speed inside, off the plate. Counts now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Middies with 10 hits. They've scored 7 runs. Elyria right behind them with 8 hits, and they've scored 4. Vogelpohl's pitch, fouled back. Nice at bat by Landon Wissinger. Real nice battle between Elyria's right fielder and Midview's pitcher, Caden Vogelpohl. Ben Suspansky started the game for Midview, pitched real well. Vogelpohl took over for him with, well, at the top of the 6th. He has pitched the complete 6th, and he's now trying to finish the game here in the 7th. And as Jared said, with an off-speed pitch that's low, counts now full 3-2. If Vogelpohl can get the Middies out of this inning, he'll be the winning pitcher.
Right. His gaudy statistical day would continue, but there's still some work to be done.
High heat, smoke to left field. Right at, though, the left fielder for Midview. Boy, that's been the story for Elyria today. They have hit the ball hard, on the nose, several times, and every time it's been right at a Middy. That's Lucas. Well, actually, it's not Hendershot in left. Hendershot, Lucas was the one that took the foul ball off his bat to his face, and we're hoping that, he's good. In left field, I can't tell the number who's playing out there now, but anyways, it was a nice play right at him. 2 outs in the inning. Vogelpohl's ready, runner at third, pitch to the plate, and it's called a ball to J.J. Bucky. Bucky, the Pioneer center fielder, got hit by a pitch, struck out swinging, grounded out in his 3 at-bats. Next pitch, right down Main Street, strike 1. Elyria trying to score 3 to keep this game alive. Down 7-4, bottom of the 7th. Here comes the pitch from Vogelpohl, and it hits Bucky. So 2 on, and suddenly the game-tying run comes to the plate in Maurice Stone. So Stone's at the plate with 2 teammates on. Maurice on the day, ground ball to second in the 2nd inning. On an error in the 4th, and ground ball to short to end the 5th. All that matters, though, is right now. And right now, he's trying to extend this inning. So Caden Vogelpohl, working out of the stretch, is ready to go. Checks the runner at first. Looks to third, now comes to the plate, and it's outside, ball 1. Caden's ready to go, working quickly. Stone's ready too. Here comes the pitch, and that's in the dirt. Nice stop by Midview's Braden Wiedenmeyer. 2-0 to Stone. Maurice, the Pioneer left fielder. Locked in at the plate, the right-handed hitter. Ready to go, 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Vogelpohl. It's right down the chute. That's strike 1. Vogelpohl working quickly. Stone's ready. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swings through it. Nice swing. Fouled it right back, and the count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on for Elyria, and they're down 3. Up next, Connor McKittrick for the Pioneers. He'd love to get an at-bat. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. High heat, doing a nice job laying off of it was Maurice Stone. That's a tough pitch to take, not because it was like in the strike zone, but that's just one that's right in your eyeballs, right? And you think you can hit it. And Stone did a great job laying off of it. Here comes the full count pitch, and he swings through it. Vogelpohl got him. It was a great at bat and a real good baseball game. The Middies knock off the Pioneers 7-4. Midview scores 5 runs in the final 2 innings, down 4-2, and they scored all 5 with 2 outs. And they'll walk off a winner today. They'll improve to 7-8 overall and 4-5 in conference play. It was a good one, Jared. We'll wrap it up. We'll talk about it on the postgame show, and that is coming up next. And that will be brought to us by EcoTree Services. 7-4 Middies, a winner here at Elyria.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make getting into your next vehicle fast, easy, and built around you. And we've got the selection and service you can count on. Right now, buy the Ford Explorer for only $39.9 or lease it for just $4.99 a month. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
WEOL.com is your home for local Lorain County sports. See all the latest sports news from around the county, featuring stories by the team at the Chronicle Telegram. Check out our upcoming broadcast schedule to see when your favorite games will be streamed live and free. Find the latest scores all in one place so you never feel behind on the action. And if that's not enough, we have you covered with the latest highlights.
Their pass intercepted by Cowling. Cowling coming the other way. Goes up for the shot, made it, and he's fouled.
WEOL.com, your home for local Lorain County sports.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $279 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Welcome back to George Day Field at Elyria High School, the Elyria Athletic Complex. Both managers have their respective teams out in the outfield grass talking about a really well-played baseball game here today in the Southwestern Conference. Midview comes away a winner, 7-4 the final. The Middies had 7 runs on 10 hits. The Pioneers had 4 runs on 8 hits. The storyline was this. Elyria battled back from a 2-0 deficit, early deficit, and they took a 4-2 lead going into the 5th inning. Actually, they took the 4-2 lead going into the 6th inning, and then in the 6th inning, Midview scored 2 runs with 2 outs to tie the game at 4. And then in the top of the 7th, Midview scored 3 more runs with 2 outs again to take a 7-4 lead. So they were down 4-2 heading into the 6th inning, the Middies were, and scored 5 runs in the final 2 innings. All 5 of them were scored with 2 outs. So key hit after key hit after key hit for the Middies carried them to victory today. If we could take a look at some notables for Elyria High, you got to give credit to Domingo Ortiz, their starting pitcher today. Domingo did a really nice job, 5 2/3 innings. He gave up 4 runs. He struck out 3. He walked only 2, and he was outstanding on the hill for Elyria. For Midview, their starter, Ben Suspansky, Ben pitched 6 innings, struck out 6, walked only 1, hit a batter, gave up 7 hits, and he gave up 4 runs. Caden Vogelpohl will end up getting the win in 2 innings of work. Vogelpohl pitched the 6th inning. He faced 4 batters, got 3 outs in the 6th, and then he pitched in the 7th inning. He faced 5 batters, and he got the 3 outs and 5 batters and left 2 runners on. So Vogelpohl gets the win. And Caden on the day at the plate, the center fielder, the leadoff hitter, had 3 hits and 4 at-bats. He stole 3 bases. He knocked in 2 runs. He scored a run. So he was the star both offensively and then closing-wise, for Midview. Elyria had a lot of guys who got good hits today. Their leadoff hitter, Jameer Sims, was 2 for 4, but he was on base all 4 times. Their number 3 hitter, Cody Stipe, 3 for 4. Their number 4 hitter, Steven Hernandez, 3 for 4. It was a really good baseball game, Jared.
Take nothing away from Midview. They come away with a 7-4 victory here tonight. I think Elyria maybe leaves this one kind of thinking that they're tough luck losers.
Yeah.
And I know that that's not what you want to think about, especially, a team that's got some mastery against you in the form of the Midview Middies and chasing that first win in the SWC. But, just they did a lot of things right here today, and it just doesn't really translate as far as a win.
So Midview will improve to 7-8 on the year. They'll improve to 4-5 in the Southwestern Conference. Elyria drops to 4-11 on the year, and they drop to 0-8 in the SWC. But boy, you look at that 0-8 record, and it's just they're a really good baseball team, just looking for a break. Zach Sprague's going to join us now. Zach joined us in the middle innings today. Zach, the former Midview catcher, now freshman at Lorain County Community College. Zach, your thoughts on the game today, especially from your perspective as a player just 1 year removed from playing in games like this?
I mean, it was a great game all around, and Midview really just took advantage of the opportunities that were given to them. Elyria had runners on in almost every single inning, and only came away with 4 runs on the board. I mean, and taking no credit away from both Midview pitchers, Ben Sospansky and Gain Vogelpool. I mean, they pitched great, got themselves into jams and got themselves out of jams. And that, as a pitcher, is you don't want to do the first part, but
get yourself into the jam.
But
you get out of it.
As long as you can get out of it, I mean, you will take that any day of the week as well. But Midview just took took their opportunities of people getting on base and took advantage of them more.
Yeah, 5 runs, all with 2 outs in the last 2 innings. That is about as good as you can get with, having timely hits. That certainly was the difference in the game.
Especially that Luke Jocko fly ball to center, the center fielder dropping the ball, just really started the uphill battle for Elyria in those last 2 innings as well.
Zach Sprague, our analyst today, former high school baseball catcher. As always, Jared Kozar, the hardest working man in show business, doing a great job. It was a beautiful day here at George Day Field at Elyria High, their athletic sports complex. It's still a beautiful afternoon, so if you're out enjoying this, listening to us in the yard or not, or maybe on a walk, stay outside because it's absolutely gorgeous. Jared, the next up for our broadcast Thursday afternoon, Jared and I will be at Elyria Catholic High School. That's the next one. Jared, I, and Zach will all be there. Zach, are you going to be there on Thursday? He's thinking about it.
I think
we're
Nick
putting him on the
Hershey's
spot.
gonna
Nick
be.
Hershey's going to be there. So it'll be myself, Jared Kozar, and Nick Hershey at Elyria Catholic High School on Thursday as the Middies take on the Panthers in baseball. I want to thank our sponsors, North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for our pregame show. The Convenient Sunoco in North Ridgeville, your locally owned, operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. Our postgame show brought to you by EcoTree Services. EcoTree Services, your complete tree care company. Our starting lineups today brought to you by Network Land Title Agency, providing real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. Our keys to the game today provided by Nick Abraham, Elyria Ford, and Buick GMC on the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. And, of course, our strikeouts today, every time a batter struck out, Lorain County Community College brought you that strikeout. At Lorain County Community College, it's your year, your class is your future. Enroll today. So the final today from Elyria, the Pioneers of Elyria drop one to the Middies of Midview, 7-4. Midview, the winner for Zach Sprague, for my partner Jared Kozar. My name's